Hello, hello. 18 minutes late. I apologize, but it's what I got today. I'm after Monday's live sale, I went to bed and I've been in bed until today. Now I am getting better, and it's been, a mild cold. And I'm very grateful for that, because so many people are having, these the rhinovirus and norovirus and RSV or whatever, and COVID, and you name it. And I haven't been sick except for a mild case of COVID in 7 years. So the fact that my immune system has been reacting so well, and the main thing I've been is just totally wiped out, and I've been respecting that and taking care of it, is great. So I'm here. I'm late. That's not unusual. I'm going to turn off this big light behind me. Welcome to anyone who just came in. I'm sorry. Let me turn this off. That is really blowing out the screen over there. Okay. I have a nice mix of items. It's Friday show and tell, and I have included some red vintage jewelry and antique jewelry, and a 1980s double heart ceramic box for Valentine's Day. Now, I don't really get real big off into the holidays, but I try to include a few things. So today, if you purchase anything that you're intending to wear or display or gift on Valentine's Day, I'll probably do this a lot today. Please email me tonight and tell me that's your intention. I will send you a bill tomorrow. You pay it over the weekend, and I'll get it out Monday. I'm Lucinda, by the way. Hi. Nice to meet you. This is still week 1 of my 2-week build a box. I do build a boxes for 2 weeks because I mainly sell jewelry, but I also sell very cool, fun, eclectic, kind of higher end, just fun household on Mondays. But so even with that, jewelry weighs very little. And so actually, the more that you add, the more that you're saving on shipping. And it saves me time on invoicing, right? All of you who've been here before know that. Welcome in. So next week will be week 2. And then the following week, I invoice and pack. And I do my very best to get it out by the end of that week. But as always, you want something immediately, all you have to do is email me, and I will get your invoice out earlier, and I will get the package out. I am caregiver to my father full-time, and occasionally emergencies come up. But getting a invoice and a box out is not that difficult, or a usually padded envelope, okay? So if you're new, it's the usual thing. I use PayPal, and I use Pirate Ship. So if I don't know you, and you bid on something and win it, then I need your YouTube name, your real name, your shipping address, and your zip code, and your PayPal email so that I can bill you. If I don't receive that information by the end of my sale, that item goes back up for sale. That's just how I have to do it to keep it simple and easy and good for everyone. I hope everyone is having a great Friday. I hope that most people, if not all of you, have not been dealing with any of this bad weather, are not battling illnesses. I know so many people have been. It's been a very rough winter season with illnesses this year. And that none of you personally were affected with a loss by the tragedy that happened with the 2 airplanes, or the airplane and the helicopter in DC. My prayers and heart go out to those people. Okay, so this is my show and tell. So I pick up items and I show them to you. I talk about them as much as I think is necessary to tell you why I think it's what decade, what maker, little clues. It's kind of like an educational, if you will. It's kind of like a chat along with a sale. And I really welcome your input. Okay, so join the chat. Talk about things with me. Ask me how I'm doing. Ask me, is that plastic? Ask me, well, why does that clasp make you think that it's from the 50s? Or how do you know that that style would be from the 30s? Or, they made a repop of those in the 80s. How do you know it's not that? Or maybe it is that. Whatever you want to say, this is a place for us to come together and bond and talk about our love of vintage, particularly on Fridays, vintage jewelry. I mostly do costume jewelry. That has been what I've been selling for 30 some years, but I have expanded my repertoire to include getting to know stones. Of course, we all know Baltic amber, but actually, I did not know the difference between amber and Baltic amber until a couple months ago, because I've been doing a deep dive on it. Is it real stones like this sapphire and diamond chips? Is it man-made? I do my best to understand that. What kind of metals is in this ring, right? So it's a learning experience, and I find it relaxing and enjoyable. And that is the point of Fridays. I don't go fast. I don't number items. It's a time to just hang and enjoy life. Enjoy our Friday night. Enjoy adding to our collections and just have a good time. Sometimes I do previews. Most of the time I do not, because I want to surprise you. I also always have items behind me. If you ever see an item behind me and you're like, what is that? I'm interested in that. Could you show me that? I absolutely will pull it over, whether it's Friday or my Monday's mod styling, that's household and jewelry, and show it to you. Currently, I have the MCM brass and steel bookends. They're incredible. I've got a beautiful flashed blue. It's like for mixing drinks. It has a pour spout from the 50s. Oh my gosh, it's fabulous. Salt and pepper shakers with I'll show you this because this will be the first jewelry item I'll show. I love this, and I love all of this. The salt and peppers have the shellacked abalone tops, and one says S and one says P, and they're wooden. They're incredible. I just got them in. So there's a lot going on back there. There's small antique purple glass. There's other jewelry. There's 100-year-old hand-tooled leather purse back there. Yep, like what you would see in the movies. I am on Monday going to do kind of a, not so much Victorian, but antique, maybe think more of like the Gilded Age themed style on Monday's mod styling. So that purse will be coming then, but if someone comes in and they're like, I want to see that purse, I'm good with that. I will show it to you. Okay? Right, let me have a sip of my hot chai. With oat milk. Dairy is not a good thing to do when you're sick. Uh-oh, here I am. I need a mod, y'all. Yeah. I don't know what I did, but I do it, and then things happen, and I'm like, what? It's terrible. If anyone out there knows how to be a mod or wants to be a mod at any time, email me. Step up right now and say, I'll be your mod. It's real simple. It's real basic. And it saves me from having to type in things that are constantly a mistake. And once I get 500 subscribers, I will always have a mod. And that mod will get some kind of kickback appreciation from me. Hey, Husky, how are you, my friend? It's very nice to see you. So I'm starting with this beautiful piece. Okay. This is a beautiful piece. I'm glad you came in, Husky. I just said a whole bunch of stuff, but this is my first item. Choo. Hello. Yes, Husky, it's raining. That's right, Husky. We are both in the, I'm in Berkeley. I mean, this is, I was born in North Carolina, but this is where I grew up. We should meet up sometime and do like a thrifting. We could go to like the Alameda Antique Fair. It's closed this weekend. But we could do something like that. Or there's the Marin French Antique Market I went to in December over at the Civic Center. It's fabulous. Have you ever been? Oh, Lord. It's really cool. Okay, so here's my first item. These were very popular MCM through to about the end of the 70s. There was a little bit of it in the 80s, but it was primarily a big MCM and then continued on into the 70s. It is wood with this inset abalone and mother of pearl pendant disc. Really nice. I believe it's 1.5 inches, but I'll give you a measurement. I did bring it Monday. Here's the back. It's just heavily shellacked, and this is very lightweight. And I believe this was a marriage. Someone found this pendant, took it off the original, whatever it was on, and did this beautiful. Oh, look at that. Hold on. I did a start, but I didn't highlight it. I do have a cold. Oh, no, Husky. Let me finish showing this, and then we'll talk. Uh-oh. You just said something very dangerous to me. So this is these beautiful wrapped copper beads that they decided to put through this gorgeous piece. It is so well done. I don't know how many strands there are, but maybe I can tell on the top. I think it's about 4. And then they did a mother of pearl toggle closure. I just think it's very elegant. There's absolutely nothing wrong. Now, here's a weird thing. Why is my banner so big on this start? That is very strange to me. Ooh, I didn't want to do that. Okay, hold on. Yeah, that's why I need them on. It usually doesn't run all the way across. It's taken up my whole screen. I hate that. Let me see something. What is that? Does that help? No. Wow. Okay, well, StreamYard's going to be weird, and that really, I can't show things. So I'm not going to be highlighting the price. I'm going to take it away. In fact, I'm going to do that right now. Maybe I'll just highlight it at the end so that everyone who watches on the replay can understand. Okay, so here is the gorgeous necklace. Here's the toggle. You just untoggle it. put it on and look. Oh, I didn't even realize how nicely it would look on my black sweater. That is how long it is. Probably a little bit shorter. So if I recall correctly with the pendant, I think this is about 18 inches, but I will give you a measurement. It looks normal. Well, on my screen, the white goes all the way across the bottom, and then it's not showing the necklace. I don't understand that. So, Husky, oh no. I think you're saying to me, let me give you a measurement. And I apologize with this. This is the end of a sickness where everything's clearing out, and there's nothing I can do about it. But I do apologize. 7, 10, and so the pendant is 2 inches in diameter, and the copper braided necklace part is 10 inches on each side. So 10 plus 2 means it's 12 inches, which is interesting because it hits me right about here, and that's usually more like about a 16. So, it says 12, but I'm going to throw in an inch and make it 13 total for 26 because of where it hits me. So that's my first item, and I'm glad it looks normal. So I'm going to put this down. I don't do recaps, everyone. I don't do recaps. So if you come in, I really hope this stops. If you come in late and you want to see what I've brought, you need to do the double speed and go through and then drop in the chat what you're interested in. Now, Husky, are you saying the white elephant sale is happening this weekend? And or right now, because it is this weekend? Because, oh my Lord, I'm definitely going to that, sick or not. Okay. Okay, once again, I hit something. You're going tomorrow. Didn't they change it? I have not been in probably at least a decade. Didn't they change it where you have to buy a ticket to get in now and it's like massively crowded? Yes, no, Husky? Let me know. And if you want, I have no idea because I'm sick. Let me know. And if it's possible, depending on, our time differences, in terms of like, when do we get up? When do we like to do things? Could be very different schedules. Maybe we can meet up. So if you're interested, send me your information and let me know what time you're going. And maybe we can meet up. That would be fun. Okay. So moving forward. Like I said, I have brought red things and then just normal things. So this is going to be a start for a choice. I love it. I know people who help run it, or they used to, and I've heard that it's gotten just overwhelming. But I'd love to go dig for 4 hours. How fun is that? How fun is that? So this is start your choice, $28. So what I'm going to do, because it covers up the screen, I'm going to put it up. This starts at 28. Then I'm going to remove it. Yeah, Husky. If you want to and you don't have to, it's totally fine. Send me your info. I know what I'm doing tomorrow, unless I like really crash and burn because I'm not 100% well. But I love it. And is it just this weekend? I think they also expanded it to be like an entire month or something. So is this like been going on through January and this is the last one, or did it just start? Okay. Here's the choice. I've brought these before, but not for a while. Yeah, so did it just start, Husky? I mean, they have fantastic. That is such good news. So February, okay, right on. Thank you so much. So these are these beautiful post back celestial earrings. They are CZs and electroplated gold. I will take one out and show you the back. They are not heavy, but they are not lightweight. They were made by a company that was kind of like a not like a pyramid scheme, but something similar. A lady in Italy started it. It only lasted, I think, about 8 years. I forget her name. But the point of these was to make them in a vintage style and to look very rich and very high end, but to not be, so that you felt safe traveling with them. And I love all things celestial. So when I saw these two, I fell in love. So you see how there's a CZ there. There's in the CZ in that one star. Let's see. Do they all have a CZ? The light is a little funny because of the rain. So the two big stars, and then right in the middle have the CZ. They're very well constructed. Here is the back. It's hollow, so it's not super, super heavy. And the company, or the woman's name who founded the company, is not in here. I had to look it up. And they come with the boxes. They're only very lightly worn. Let me put this post back on. And I'll show you. Oh, this gets really hard. Like that, if it was on my ear. They're just simple but elegant. And if you like celestial items, I think they're fantastic. And there's the blue and the red pair. They are 1.25 inches long. So, I think these would be great. I talk about this a lot because I'm a pretty simple girl. I think these would be great with a white t-shirt in the summer. They'd also make a great Valentine's Day present, depending on, where you're going with that. So, and what you like. So I thought I'd show these again. Trying to put this one. Yeah, it's great trying to do things when your head is swimming with the gold. So that was it. And the red ones have more, they're enameled, right? That is enameled on top of the gold tone. The red ones are more shiny to me. Okay. Ooh, Husky, I'm so excited now. So I don't do recap. So if someone is interested in something, I keep doing this. Yeah. Okay. I think I've got it together now. Thank you to everyone who's here. I appreciate it. Okay, I'm going to do one more red theme, and then I have more red theme, but I'm going to get off the red theme after this. So I've had both of these, and I'm noticing, again, this has been going on for 2 weeks. There is about almost a 30-second lag between StreamYard and YouTube. So I'll try to keep that in mind. These are carved. Okay. I believe these are lucite. I do not think they're Bakelite. However, they were sold to me 30 years ago as Bakelite. At least this one was. This one, I believe the dealer back in those days on eBay, you couldn't even post pictures. I mean, it was just, and you took checks from people and wait till they cleared. And it was a whole different world out there. So they're both red. They are hand carved. And the reason why, a celluloid, not lucite, celluloid, why one would think that they're Bakelite is because they're hand carved. Now, have I tested these recently? No, I haven't. They're very light. Bakelite is not heavy, but it does have a little weight. And these don't really have that. So, but they're beautiful. This one is brighter. And it has just these little indentations cut out. Let's put it on me. It goes over my wrist. Easy peasy. I'm a 7.5 wrist. Ladies, beginning of ladies medium. I love this. It's literally, these two have been in a box for 30 years. So this one, I said start. No, I haven't given you a price. This one is going to start at 18. This one is going to start at 18. Ladies, 7.5. And it is, see the cherry red? It might be Bakelite. I haven't tested it, and I should have done it before I came on today. And it's light. Bakelite, to me, I have a lot of Bakelite. Some of my spacers are very light. But usually, and there's a certain sound and a feel. These are just a puzzle. So I just don't want to mislead you. So that one starts at 18. Thank you, everyone that's here. Thank you for joining me. If you could hit the thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed, subscribe. It helps me to build my business. And while right now I am a full-time caregiver, I need my business to grow because sooner than later, this is going to be my main source of income. And I'm doing a lot of work to make this happen the way that I did with eBay years ago. I've been selling on YouTube for about a year, well, over a year, and it's just 2025 where I'm really getting serious about it. Now, this is a little bit lighter red, and there is the hand carving on this one. They just happen to be in the same bag. They didn't come from the same place, but they're hand done, carved celluloid. And I'm used to Bakelite being done like this. These were not mass produced. And that is why it's a puzzle to me. I didn't even know you could make your own celluloid bangles or other jewelry and carve it yourself. I've only always known about Bakelite. So if anyone out there, here's the inside. It's showing up like it has a swirls of color. It does not. That's just a reflection. If anyone out there, like Husky, knows about hand making and hand carving celluloid bracelets, enlighten me, please. It's one place where I haven't done enough research. And now that I'm holding these up and showing them to you, I need to educate myself more. So let me know, please. If anyone knows, let me know. This one is a little bit smaller, but it still fits my 7.5 wrist. I think the two of them together are perfect. So the one started at 18 and the other at 21, which makes a total of $39. So if you bought both today, I would sell them to you for $34 for both. $34 for both. Okay, just this sale. Otherwise, you can buy them individually, and they're really nice. And this one has a feel of Bakelite. And if you've ever held Bakelite in your hand, I'm so sorry for doing this. It's embarrassing. If you've ever held Bakelite in your hand, you know what that feels like. And, and the smell. And I just haven't done the 409 test. And I'm going to do that after this show and look up celluloid and carving celluloid. I just never heard of such a thing. So we'll see. But these are going down, and I'm going to put them over here. And you can buy individually. The thin one is 18. The thick one is 21. You buy them together at this sale only, 34. Okay? And I'm going to test them after this sale. Sorry. I really hope I stopped doing that. I apologize. I'm drinking oat milk. I'm not drinking dairy. Lots of water, lots of cold pressed juice. I don't know why I'm doing that. Okay, I'm moving off the red theme. Let's do this. This is contemporary. And it's just going to have a straight price. And again, I will show it on the screen. And then I'm going to remove it because it goes across the entire bottom, leaving me this much window to try to show all of you what I'm bringing. So it is this beautiful some type of agate. And I guess it is kind of a red theme, actually, for Valentine's Day. Let me show you, how we know it's modern is multiple ways. But this is a good giveaway because it's a magnetic clasp, which is nice. It's easy, right, to deal with. But it's a big giveaway on the age. Look at these stones. I will put this on Dolly. This is the lowest price I've ever bought this at. It is just gorgeous. It's just got these silver toned open separators, spacers. But then each piece of this is completely unique. It is polished. It is oranges, reds, creams, whites. It's got, look at that. It's like an agate or a jasper. I think it's an agate. And it feels so good. Look at this one, has black on the bottom. This is just, if you could feel it, I love this. This one has some brown inclusions in there. I mean, I feel like someone went to the beach and found, and this could be a type of jasper. It's not dyed. It's all natural. Someone went to the beach like me. I went to the beach and I found a whole bunch of stones and cut them and then polished them in this beautiful oblongs and then put it together into this necklace. It is, I do not believe this was mass produced. I think this is an artisan piece. I love it. I've had it for a little while and it has not sold. So tonight I brought it at a low price at 23 starting bid. If that's all I get, I'm probably, making a couple dollars. But, I buy things to bring to you, not to keep in my boxes and trays. I buy them for you. So I want to move it on, right? And if I move things on, then that allows me to buy more and more new stock and keep everything exciting. Look at this. Now, of course, you have to, if you want it all to be perfect, then you have to play with it and push it so it's all over like that. So you can have it all facing just the one way, right? Like this side is. And be all perfect like that. Or you could let it be, have movement, have play, let it hang how it wants to. I just think I think it's beautiful. I pick things up because they have movement, because they play with the light, because they're different. They don't look mass produced. There's just something about them that says to me unique, eclectic, movement, beautiful, the craftsmanship, all of those things come into play when I pick things up. So let me tell you how long it is after I show it on myself real quick, and then we'll move on. Look at that. Move my hair a little. Perfect. Again, perfect winter or summer. It just comes right where your t-shirt would be right down here. This would fall right in there. And it's all you need. Or you could dress it up with these plastic 80s glitter earrings, right? But look at that. Just imagine it with no earrings at all. Just this. Perfect. It's absolutely beautiful. Hola, Maritza. ¿Cómo está? Okay. I'll give you a link. And again, starts at 23. It's a great, just the agate on here, you could not, this highly polished agate, you couldn't buy this. These beads for $23. Not even. It's not, I don't do a lot of like precious stones or semi-precious or, gold or sterling. But I'm familiar with costume, but I'm starting to do that. And what I bring is unique and fun. At least I think so. And I hope you think so. So it is this one measures 10 inches on each side. And that makes, 20 inches around. And that makes perfect sense because it's right at this line. Okay. So 10 inches. It's perfect. It's just, think of the upcoming summer. Think of Valentine's Day. You couldn't buy the beads. It's stunning. Just to even look at and play with these beads, I would. And I do. And it's so soft. It's nice and cold, and it feels beautiful. It feels beautiful, and it looks beautiful, and every piece is unique. What more do you want? That's what I want. Okay, moving on. Maritza, how are you? Are you safe, healthy, happy? I hope so. For early entry. Okay, Husky. I'll look it up on I'll Google the whole thing. Thank you so much. Like I say, I haven't been in quite a while. But I'm definitely going. Will I go this weekend? Will I go? I mean, it just started, so this weekend would be the best. It'll also be the biggest madhouse. So I'm not sure. If you're going this weekend, then maybe I'll get involved in it, as long as I don't feel too ill. Because obviously the first weekend is when you're going to find the most stuff. And early admittance, I can't do all that. Like with estate sales and everything, even when I go full-time with this business, I am just not the girl who gets up at 4 a.m. in the bitter cold and sits in my car for hours in order to get ticket number 3 or whatever. I can't do that. I just roll the dice, and if I drive by and there's one there, I go in, and I always find something. I do. Even like in the last half an hour on the last day, I find things. So I am just not that girl who can, like I used to when my husband had a vintage toy box, lunchbox and toys store here in Berkeley that was known all around the United States. We used to get up at the crack of dawn and go to the Goodwill bins, which were not well known back then, and dig through all that stuff. And it was great, and I loved it, but I was much younger. So this starts at $50. Okay, thank you, Husky. You are a wealth of help today. I so appreciate you. I am out of touch with what's happening. This starts at $50. It is black glass and a Herkimer diamond on a sterling silver band. It is quite lovely. It is made by a woman. I'm forgetting her name. I think it starts with Laura something, who exclusively makes vintage jewelry with Herkimer diamonds from New York. It's a beautiful piece. Ah, there you go. Nice. We might know, it's possible, Husky, that we have some same people in our crowd. You never know. So look how nice it is on my middle finger. It's just really simple. It's a Herkimer diamond, but I'm going to say what I always say about diamonds. Diamonds only became like the thing because beers pushed them and made them become the top stone and the most expensive. Even though there are so many diamonds in those mines, it's ridiculous. It goes on and on and on and on and on, right? It was started in the fashion industry. It became the huge thing in the early 1900s. A documentary just came out about that. We all as a society bought into, it's got to be a diamond. Well, what about all the other stones out there, like this that comes from the United States, a Herkimer diamond? It's just a type of quartz crystal. I mean, diamonds are some type of something like that as well. I don't know the exact thing, so I'm not going to say. We get to decide what we love and what we like. It's in this really nice sterling silver setting, banded around the Herkimer diamond. The black glass is in prong settings, nicely faceted. The back of this is open, the Herkimer and the black glass. And I'm saying black glass. It's possible that's actually an onyx. Again, I'm just learning my stones, so I just kind of, some stones I absolutely know, some I do not, and so I say it, and then I leave it to you, who may know more than I do, I know 80% and 20%. I don't know. I don't have a clue. So now, but I say that and I admit that and I explore it with you. And if anyone ever has information and can tell me, no, that's definitely glass, or yeah, it looks like onyx or whatever, I learn from you. And I am a person who will forever learn until my deathbed. I enjoy it. I want to. It's important to me. And I will not feel as though you're challenging me. I will feel as though you're helping me. Noelle, hello. Anna, hello. And D, hello. There's a whole bunch of people to come in all at once. How are all of you? Happy Friday. Yes, Noelle, exactly. De Beers, there's a whole thing going on with that. And it's, wow, D, I don't know if you've ever come to one of my sales. Thank you so much, honey. I hope you're doing well. So here you go. It is Deb. Oh boy. Deb Guy. I think it's Guyot is the maker. Guyot 925. And if I could show that to you, I would. But you know how that goes. It never works. Even with my loop, I watch the way Steph does it. She's got it down, but it doesn't work out very well for me. So it's written right there. I bought this from a reputable source. It is sterling silver. And what size is it? And then we'll move on. Oh, that's right, D. Yes, you have. My apologies. D, I am right at the tail end of a really yucky cold. And I'm here, but I did my sale Monday, and then I went straight to bed. And this is the first time I've been out of bed since then. And I managed to shower, box up all my stuff from my last 2-week Build-A-Box, and go out and get myself a hot chai and put this sale together. And then after that, I'll be back in bed. So it is a size 12. It is a size 12, so it's nice and large. And that is also a bonus where, as far as I'm concerned, because so many rings are super tiny, especially vintage. And this is, from the 90s. It's not especially vintage, but so much vintage jewelry is like size 4, size 5 when it comes to rings. So this is just, a unique and beautiful piece. Starts at $50. Oh, Husky, you have many of her pieces. Yeah, they are very high quality. Thank you for saying that, Husky. I appreciate that. They are. This is a beautiful ring. And I think people hear Herkimer and they instantly just shut down and don't even consider, what a precious stone is, what a semi-precious stone is, and what we value in terms of those stones and why. I mean, 40 years ago, no one would give a crap about this Baltic amber. They'd be like, what? Who cares? What is that? Most people. And nowadays, it's like, whoa, it's Baltic amber, or the makers, right? And she is a high quality maker. Yeah, she's really good. So it's here. If you think about it and you change your mind, because I don't do a recap. There you go. Yes, Guyot, Deb. Yep. Look at that. See, Husky's got it down. Engage, show and tell. We play together and we learn with each other. Nice. Thank you for your support in that arena. I appreciate it very much. Okay, let's do this older, probably the continent of Africa. Trade seed beads. This is a beautiful, the beads have been restrung by whomsoever this is. I don't know if this is a maker on that little clasp or not. Kathy Wiseman. Hello, hello, my dictionary encyclopedia buddy. Kathy is a huge assistant to me. She brings in the knowledge. Anything I don't know, she just Googles it and boom, there it is. Okay, let me put this on my dolly. This is my dolly. I'm ordering another dolly in white, and I'm ordering earring holders so I can do a better job of showing these when I'm up at my own house, my homestead in Mendocino County. Something I have been neglecting for a long time. Look at this. These are very old red beads. Very old. They are the the trading beads. Okay, many trading beads are the multiple colored beads. These are just red, but that is exactly what they are. There is, good grief. Let's see if I can do it. I don't know. So the way someone took this, the way they strung it, they started out with one strand and broke each one into two. So there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 strands. So 7 double strands, 14 all together. This is exquisite. Let me take it off dolly. Oh, Kathy, I don't know. Let me take it off dolly and show you the other part about this. You see these larger red beads interspersed with the red seed beads, trading beads once again. These are also much older. I used to go to a store called Laces. Husky, you probably know that song, Laces. Business by the Ashby Flea Market. It's been there forever. And they specialized for a long time in selling just lace and beads. They have super old Czechoslovakian, you see trading beads, you name it, and very pricey. And these, if I was buying these individual red beads, the large one, let alone the small ones, it would cost a heck of a lot more than the $33 that I'm asking. Now, someone took these beads at some point and restrung it with this clasp and this cute, at least this is what they think, cute little heart locket, right? This is the extender. It's probably 1.5 inches. This has been restrung, but these beads are 100 years old or so, and you'll need to do your own research to decide what you think about that, but but I know that that is the case. And here it is on, look at that. Ow, well, Husky, oh, and you're, yes, laces or laces. I can't, yep, it's been there forever. I used to know when I was a teenager, the people who owned that building, and the son lived in the apartments upstairs. Now that was back in the 70s, long time ago. See how gorgeous this is? It's just a whole statement all by itself. It's beautiful. And yeah, Valentine's, Christmas, but just year round. And again, you got your dress or you got your t-shirt and jeans, you got your jean jacket. Boom. There you are, right? And clearly this bottom piece is coming right down to the top of my cleavage line. So it's going to be, when I measure that, probably like 24 inches, 26 inches. Do you go in there, Husky? It is it still as cool as it was back in the 70s and 80s? I have not been in for a while. I got really, I used to sell at the Ashby Flea Market in the 70s, and then in the 80s, I went to Laces and stuff a lot. But the Ashby Flea Market has just become like a, everything is new and just, crappy little vendors selling sunglasses and whatever. So I just don't get over there very often. To the flea market. I mean, I'm in that area. So, my father lives over on the border of Kingsington. 12. And then that is 14. So it's about 28 inches with the extender fully. So 14 each, 28 inches. No, excuse me. Yeah, 28 inches. So, and the longest falls right to here. It's a beautiful piece. Oh, wow, Husky. You're making me very interested. So it's going down, and it is red. It's not orange. It's not orange. It's a red. It's not a deep red, but it's a red. Husky, do you know? You know everything all about this. Good Lord, the Crucible. My partner, he's my father's daughter. We're still married, but we don't live together, but we will when we're older. It's complicated, it's the whole thing. Did a lot of electrical work for them in the beginning, and used to get in free to their fairs every year, and took some classes there with my daughter in silversmithing, jewelry making. Exactly. They're very pricey, though. But you are making me very curious as to what kind of art you do now. Now I want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. Let me put this back in the bag and move on. Is anyone here for anything in particular? Like bracelet-wise or rings or... Ooh, how about this thing? I love this. I don't even remember where I got this. And I wear brooches on almost every single country shirt or jacket that I own. And how I do not have this guy on something I own, I don't know. And let's get him. Hopefully someone's going to buy him before he winds up on like this sweater. This is pretty fabulous. He starts at 17. They've been around for a long time. They have fabulous summer, weekend, evening events. You have to pay to get in, but it's really cool down at the end of the BART line. Okay, so look at this dude. Starts at 17. sorry, clown alert. I see it as a jester or an elf or something like that, but other people might see it as a clown. So if you don't like them, don't look. Look at this dude. He is hand painted. He's gold tone. He's heavy. Some type of pot metal. He's very detailed. Sitting on this ball. Look at the hands. And he's older. He's from the 50s, maybe early 60s. Why do I say that? Because he's hand painted, enameled. Look at the pin back. In fact of the matter is, look at the pin itself, the construction of that metal. He could be older than the 50s because this type of pin generally is earlier than the 50s. I generally see that construction more in the 20s and 30s. Now, I can't claim he's that old, but this type of pin construction is just verging on a little bit more sophisticated than the 20s and 30s. So to be safe, my best guess is early 50s on him. And I think he's so cool. There is no maker. He's a serious little guy, and he's a big one. He has a little bit of some of the black paint is missing right there in his eye. He has overspray over here. But all in all, his enameled paint is totally intact, and he makes me happy. Look at that dude. I don't know. He makes me happy. And honestly, I forgot I had him. I picked him up in a lot. And I just was going through stuff and I took him out. And I didn't know I had him. And I have to say, and see the metal work. I think he was poured in a mold. But you see how it overlaps right there? It's like thicker. It's not perfect. That too is a clue in age. But I didn't know I had him. And now that I know, I'm thinking, wow, he would look great on something that I own. That's part of the problem. I've always loved jewelry. I mean, when I was a teenager, every single finger was covered with at least one ring. There was always a ring on my middle fingers as well, up top here. And then bracelets galore. I mean, it's a whole thing. Okay. So starting at 17, and he is 2¼ inches long. And again, he's heavy. His pot metalish stuff, he's a heavy pin. And he's 1½ inches wide. Yeah. I think he's just a happy dude. Happy dude. Look at him. I like him just on the black better. Yeah, I don't know. He makes me smile. Ooh, and that pin back is sharp. Very sharp. I really want to say that he's older than the 50s. But I can't. Okay, he's going down. Thank you, everyone that's here. I really appreciate it so much. I'm sick and I'm just doing my best to hold my own. So, Husky, because I'm inquiring minds, a lot of you, what kind of art do you make? do you make jewelry? Do you make, because you use silk velvet for cameos. Husky, can you do the old hair jewelry? Can you do the old hair jewelry? I'm dead serious at this moment. You are a beginner. Okay. If you ever find someone who does hair jewelry, I just have a small amount of hair. I just want a simple, like, little something. So if you find someone, please let me know. Okay. Kathy's seen this before. And the water leak, Kathy, I don't know because I'm not at my homestead. I'm at my dad's. So I did, righty-tighty, clockwise, closed the main tank off and prayed to God that what I did was really what I did and left. Because if I lose all my 13,000 gallons of water, if I go back up there when it's raining, I can recoup it. But if I go up there and the springs are dry, I can't. And that becomes a whole problem. So here's the back. And I've talked about this before. No, I couldn't. No, not in time before I left. Living in a small valley, it's a problem. So we've talked about this before. I brought it a couple weeks ago. The back setting is a very Napier. I had a Napier 1950s costume jewelry bracelet that I sold, and it just had this design. That was the whole thing. It's articulated. It is incredibly well made. There is no maker on this. And then you turn it over here. It is a charm bracelet. These are all faux. These are all faux. None of them are real. But I love it. So you got your pearl, your turquoise heart, that's a very fancy, almost like fleur-de-lis, which is not right, but something with like a jasper. There again, maybe like a candle or a flame and a lapis lupus type thing. Where'd I go? Just a gold. Does that have? It has two tiny faux pearls in, again, like a scepter. This must be European. This is very European. Faux pearl with this. Look at the prong setting. I mean, this was a high-end maker. Look at what's going on here. And the construction of it. This is really wonderful, but there is no maker on it. And it's just plastic. If these were real stones, wow, I just can't even imagine. But I'll tell you what, other than the pearls, no one will know that these are not real stones. They absolutely look like they're real. And look at the details of this. I mean, it's an outstanding, high quality. This is on a heart on a heart. It's just really outstanding. And then it's just a fold over clasp. That's beautiful. And it started, thank you, Husky. I appreciate that. Please let me know. It's a piece of my mother's hair that I cut after she died, before she left the house. So this starts at 20. It's a very unique. It's heavy. It's heavy. And it's just, because of the back design, which I had a Napier that sold like that, even though this is not signed anywhere, I believe that it's Napier. And it just fits on my wrist. So I would like to say that it would fit a 6 to a 7. So that's essentially the middle of a lady's small to right at the beginning of a lady's medium, but I would err towards small. It's a gorgeous piece. It's very unique. I've never seen anything like it except for this back, which was a Napier. So, and it has that kind of mod. It's not brutalist. It's kind of in between like the brutalist mod style, right? You know what I mean, brutalist modern. Yeah, Kathy. I need to get on that. I've just been sick all week, but I will put in a couple phone calls. It's a whole thing. Thank you, Husky. Okay, so no one is interested in that. So I've been batting zero. I've been batting zero over here. I hope I start bringing something that someone likes, because with being sick, you know, I kind of just go on Fridays and have a good time and hang out with y'all. Hanging out with you all, by the way, is more than half of the best of what I get. The money, I need it. You know, I need to build my business. I need to move stuff out so I can afford to buy new stuff so I don't keep showing you the same thing over and over. But having my friends come in and hang out with me and chat, it makes my week. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for enjoying that vintage take me away moment as much as I do. Okay. These are, I don't remember where I got these. I don't remember how much I paid for them. They are worth more than 14 as far as I'm concerned. Fact of the matter is, I'm probably selling them for much too little, but that's okay. These are I think they're 50s. They could be 60s. They're not later than that. So what the heck are they, Lucinda? What are you talking about? These are clip-ons, but they're fancy clip-ons. And this is orange glass. Now, is it possible it's a semi-precious giant stone? Sure. I would not begin to know. I just learning my precious stones and semi-precious stones. Well, everyone knows precious stones, diamonds, sapphires, blah, 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 rubies. But in semi-precious, there's a lot. But the reason why I believe that this is just orange glass, let me put this down, is because they're not in gold. If this was marked gold or even gold filled anywhere, then I would be thinking that they were some stone, and I would have done a lot of research before bringing them. So that's what I'm basing it on. The fact that, you know, there is nowhere that says gold. But look at the clip back. Really nice, higher end, but there's no maker's mark. There is no name. I have no name. No one has still ever figured out what that's in reference to. I don't get it. Now, the other thing, I'm going to say something else I think these might be in a minute based on that clip. Then look at the work and the edging that they did on that jewelry. Like as if it was really fine. Look at the detail. And the glass is huge and beautiful. They're kind of heavy. So now, you know what I'm going to say because of the clip? I'm going to say that I do not think, let me get my ring light over here. I do not, it's possible that these are not clip-on earrings, but that they are shirt collar because of the clip style. This is not normally what you would see go on ears. So as I'm studying these, this is what I do on Fridays. As I'm studying these and I'm looking at them and I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking, I think they may be clip-on shirt collar pins. Look at that glass. It's huge and it's beautiful. So what does that mean in case someone doesn't know what that means? Starting at $14, it's an excellent price. It means that you would have a dress shirt on and you clip these on to your arrow tipped edge of your shirt collar, or you put them on the sides of a dress. And I'm thinking that's what these are based on the clip. Let's put them both on. $14. And there, each one is heavy. Each one probably weighs a half an ounce. And you could put them on your ears and wear them as clip-on earrings if you would like. They are stunning. Beautiful glass. I wish I knew the maker. Now that I see the clips that they're on, and now that I'm thinking they are shirt collar clips, which was very popular going way back to when women wore ties in the Victorian times and the Gilded Age, I will probably do a little bit more research. And what happens when I start doing more research is, and finding out more about the items, generally the price goes up because I find out that, you know, there's something really unique and special, or by a certain maker, or all that good stuff. So if you're interested, tonight they start at $14. I cannot tell you what they will start at next week. Okay, because they're going over to the side for me to do more research. All right. Fair warning, I do not do recaps. And anyone who's come in late, you can always email me and claim an item later. I generally, after 2 or 3 days, the item becomes unavailable and I bring things back at different pricing. Sometimes lower, sometimes higher. Sometimes I put together a lot. You know, people claim things in emails all the time. They watch after my sale and then send me emails. It happens. I have a lot of people who do that. I sell items not during the sale, but after. So, fair warning, last time those started at 14. Okay. So, speaking of lots, sorry, I put one lot together tonight. I just kind of threw it together. Like I said, I've been in bed all week with this cold, and I, had to get my act together. There were multiple things I did this morning, and then I had to get my act together and put stuff over here and take a shower and dress up and run out to this. I couldn't even do the errands I needed to do. I was too tired. But I was putting these things, taking them out and looking at them and thinking, and then I thought, you know what? I'm going to make a lot. And I like each piece individually, but nothing to like yell about. But in a lot, I thought, yeah, this works for me. Maybe someone else will like this. It's a lot of items for a very small price. Now, where is it? Where is the lot? That would always be very helpful to know. Here we go. It's a lot of items, and they all go together. They are contemporary, except for one of the items. But I just thought it was fun. So I thought, what the heck? Let's do it. So it starts at $28. And I really, like I said, I wish I could leave the price up there, but it's the full banner across my stream. StreamYard has been doing really odd things lately. Don't ask me. I don't know. So these are just these. I don't know that these have any particular name. Like some have potato pearls, some have other names, but you know, mostly I just know them as natural freshwater pearls. These are not in a pearl shape whatsoever. They're very much just natural. They're dyed a kind of orange copper color. See how there's orange and kind of copper tones going on? Very simplistic, but nice. Let's see. Nope, that's not going to work. Let's try it this way. Not heavy. A unique color. And they do have the pink opalescent going on. And then these right here, these are from the 60s or 70s. They're a part of the lot. I actually really like these, and I've brought them for very minimal price, and nobody's been interested, so I threw them in this lot. They are just a pushed-in square button-shaped gold tone lever back earrings, and they are really elegant. I mean, you could just wear these by themselves. Look how nice and tiny and dainty they are. Hold on. Why can't I do it? Because I'm sick. So they just push down like that and go right up. And I believe these might have a maker. I can't remember, but they're just tiny, simple, and pretty. So those come with it. So there's the freshwater pearls. These 70s or 80s very much look like real gold, little lever back earrings, pierced. Then there is this beaded stretch, shiny gold tone square beads. And it does have this maker here. I don't know who that is at all. And it's just, it says Arimish. I don't know. Because it's just a Arimish. Yeah. Because it's just a little stretch bracelet. I didn't spend a lot of time on trying to figure out what that was. Didn't see the point. Let me remove this highlighted. Then, in addition, this has a hair on it. It's probably one of mine. This is also an Arimish. These are glass crystal beads with gold tone spacers. Another stretch bracelet. And these are like brand new. These are not worn out or stretched out in any way. Really nice. So the whole thing here was that it's all a matching gold tone bundle. And then I have 2 of these. This one is down here. I'm not sure if the other one is down here. And it's a little bit different than this. I think it's just long and it doesn't have this multiple strands. I'm not sure. I think this is from the 90s, this piece. Toggle closure. Does not have a maker. And then it has these brilliant gold tone and matted gold tone metal drops cinched with little metal pieces to keep them on the gold tone chain. 3 strands like that. So you have a whole, for $28, I'm probably losing money on it. You have this whole set. Here's this. You can wear it with this bracelet. You can wear it with this bracelet. You can wear it with the whole thing all together, right? Whoops. The freshwater pearls matches just fine as far as I'm concerned. Or the little tiny gold pieces, which match the gold in here. So the whole thing matches up, starts at $28. I think it's a great deal. And yes, it's contemporary, it's all that, but you know, so I'm going to say something about this. So this, I believe, is from the 90s. It could be the 2000s. So it's not costume jewelry. It's not real gold. But I like its movement. I like the play of light. I like the feel of it. I like the look. I imagine myself in a partially unbuttoned top with this flowing down my neckline. And I think, wow, that's kind of sexy. And I'm in. Okay. Plastic is my number one love. Costume jewelry is my number one love. But something like this gets my attention. And I know it would get the attention of a lot of people. So, $28 for the lot, y'all. And this is, I'm not going to do the whole measuring. This is probably about 18 inches at the longest strand. So it's going to fall above, right kind of at the end of your sternum bone at the longest. Okay. Okay. So that was my attempt at putting a lot together. And I think it's a good lot. That's 1 necklace, 2 stretch bracelets, which have not been worn from some brand, I don't know. Freshwater pearl earrings, copper with purple and pink opalescent, and the little gold tone button lever back. Yeah, I thought that was a good deal, if I do say so myself. So it will be available if someone changes their mind later. Let me know. Don't do recaps. Okay, so I'm going to show a couple more pieces of jewelry. And then I want to ask you all if you're here to see anything in particular. If you want, bracelet. You want to see bracelets. You want to see necklace. What would you like to see? What would you like to talk about? Let me know, because since I'm showing a lot of things, but no one is purchasing, and listen, I'm going to say it again. It's the end of January. It's tax time. It was just the holidays. We're in a uncertain kind of economic place right now. You do not have to purchase anything to come to my sales. Absolutely not. I enjoy just hanging out with you. But I always get to this point where there's a but after an hour and a half. But I am a business. And if I go for an hour and a half and I haven't sold a single item, I start thinking, is it good for me to continue? Because time is money, right? And I want to build my channel, but I also, I need to move things to buy new things. That's just kind of the way it works. Paneled bracelets, Noelle. Noelle, my friend. What the heck is a panel? Oh, do you mean like a Renoir piece? Is that what you mean? I do not know what you mean. I think that's what you mean. Do you mean, that's a broad terminology. I'll bring this bracelet. I do have, I think it's down here in my bracelets, a copper Renoir type piece that's like the comedy tragedy copper bracelet. You've probably seen it before. And I'm thinking that's what you mean. Okay. So right now I'm going to bring this, which is not paneled. God bless America. Bounce myself out of comments. Thank you for being bold enough to ask me, Noelle, as well. I appreciate that. Because I do mean it when I ask people, hey, what are you interested in? Talk to me, Seymour. So, and let me know if what I was saying is the kind of thing that you were meaning, Noelle. Because that also lets me know that as a friend and, a customer, to look for that type of item when I'm out and about. Kind of like segmented. Okay. Well, okay. So anything like this? Hold on. This is isn't this Trifari? I haven't brought it for a while. Where'd it go? Or is it something else? Hold on. I have to find the name. Where's the name? Oh, good Lord. I looked this up. I thought it had the name on it. There it is. Sorry, y'all. No, this is a Viro. That's right. Viro. V-I-R-O. V-I-R-O bracelet starting at 28. This is beautiful. I haven't shown this in a while. So it starts at 28. I love this. Kind of fit into that red theme. It is enameled. Look up Viro. V-I-R-O. Costume jewelry. It's a medium high end. It is desirable and collectible. This is beautiful. You know what? This would go really well with those orange shirt clips. Look at this. Where'd they go? I sent them over here. They're in a pink bag now, but look how well that would go together. That would be outstanding. Wow. Okay. So, this is completely articulated. It's got lots of movement. Again, something that is really a requirement in my eclectic taste. Here's the back. Like relief, enameled, or stones. Kind of like the charm bracelet I already brought, but bigger, you guys. There is the Viro, copyright Viro. So Noelle, yes, the one I'm bringing right now is a paneled type of bracelet. Or yes to Kathy. Please let me know. And this cost probably around what I'm asking, if not a little more, when it was made. I believe this is from the 90s. It is a higher end. They have the safety chain for it, along with the rollover closure. It's just gorgeous. So, Noelle, is this the panel type bracelet you're talking about? Or are you saying to Kathy? Yes, that's what I meant, Kathy. Nope, she's saying this. Okay. Well, good. I mean, I just happened to throw this in and I was picking it up before you even said anything. Here it is. And it fits me. It fits a 7.5. It would be comfortable down to a 6.5. Goes nicely with the Baltic Amber. And it goes nicely with those $14 orange glass stone, either clip-on earrings or I think they're shirt clips. And those are definitely really cool and older. Okay. So Noelle is in at 28. I'm going to give, yes, the square ones are connected to the bracelet, not hanging separately. Yes, that's true. Okay, I'm going to give fair, if I can deal with a computer, fair warning. If anyone else is interested, this is absolutely beautiful piece, y'all. Look at the light play. In the safety chain, you would need to come in at 29 or higher. Fair warning. There is like a 20, 30-second lag. So last call. It's like an orange peacock, right? That's what it reminds me of. Peacock feathers. Last call. Okay, y'all. Here we go. And depending on how the light shines, it has different colors. So to Noelle for 28. Boom. Okay. But you are talking about paneled, kind of different styles like this. Thank you, Noelle. Let me write that down. 28. Noelle. Zero. Orange. Peacock. Bracelet. Thank you very much, Noelle. I appreciate that. Think about those orange shirt clips. They match perfectly. And Noelle, I went on Pinterest to try to look up the posts of anyone who doesn't know this lady. Noelle has such a good eye, and she has fabulous, unique, curated jewelry collections. And Noelle, I tried to look you up on Pinterest to see what you put. I typed in every compilation of your name I could think of. I couldn't find you, and I was really bummed out. I found a lot of like guys with cars or something, but I could not find you. So maybe you could send me a link. Oh my Lord. Noelle, honey, could you send me that in an email? My brain is like, say what right now? Oh my gosh. Okay, let's bring these. These are in the red theme. These are, I believe these are at the very least 1920s, if not Victorian. I've had these in my box from back in the days, early days of eBay. because I love them so much. I didn't want to sell them. Honestly. All this stuff, I had three big boxes and one small. And it was all left over from when I sold, like full time on eBay. And all of it was in there because I coveted it. I loved it so much, and I couldn't let go of it. And this is one of those. I've stored them. They're a screw back. So I've stored them together, hooked onto each other. So I'm just unhooking them. Oh, I don't care about the photography. I just want to check it out. So these do not, let me get my ring light back over here. These do not say anywhere something like West Germany. And actually, after all the Czech glass that I've been dealing with, even though these are not glass, the back, and I'm going to show them to you in a minute, I promise. The back and the way they're set up, it's either West Germany, very, very old, or maybe Czechoslovakian. These things, let me show them to you. And I'm going to show them to you before I even give you a price. These are beautiful, and they have emotion. This is red ceramic. We're getting back to that whole conversation I was having with Husky about really old beads. These are really old, and they were cut just for these. You see how they fall? They're supposed to be like a flower. They're supposed to have that movement, right? So let me just show you one. And see how it moves? It's supposed to do that. These are supposed to have movement. And then the middle, these are not dead stones. They're just inset, and they're so old that they have a little bit of dirt or something. There's the foil, of course, but there's a little bit of something around them. See how this one is just the tiniest bit loose in there? Doesn't mean the stone is loose, but see how it's a little off center now? Those are very nice rhinestones as well. Look at the cherry red of these. I've never seen anything like this. I would give anything to have seen the matching necklace and bracelet. They are, I wish, there you go. Look at the red color. That's the color that they are. And as you move it, hold on, the pieces just fall. So it has that movement that's intentional. Okay, now here's the back. So they're literally just, these are, how are they set on here? Wire. The rhinestones in the middle right here, it all comes together with little pieces of wire, and these rhinestones are gone through like a pin, and then in the back is the wire woven. See, there you go. Woven into the hammered metal brass back. And see how worn the screw is right here? These are very old. And they are going to start, you guys crack me up. They are going to start, oof, this is painful for me because I love them. But I love them, but I can't keep collecting these things. And hoarding them. I have a ton of jewelry. Don't get me wrong. These start at $22. They are so unique. And they're not loose. I mean, some of the loose could be from age. Some of it could be because they're older. But wow. I can't wear screw-on earrings with my pierced ears. But these are something. So these are something that, hold on. Where's a quick something? Okay, here's a quick something. Or this. These are, knock it into my tray. These are the type of things that I make a display on my table, my coffee table, my bedside table, my dresser table, where, take a pair of white gloves and put the earrings displayed on them. Beautiful. Take them and put them, this hair comb I haven't brought yet. It is undetermined by me at this point whether this is an actual much older tortoiseshell hair comb or a 1970s repop. Either way, it's incredible. I haven't figured it out, and that's why I haven't brought it to a sale yet. But you could have this in the bathroom or on your dresser, and look what you can do with this comb. You can take earrings like this and cinch them on. You could pin brooches onto this comb if you weren't going to wear it in your hair. You could have it upright in a vase. You could have it lying down. So there's just different ways to dress this up, right? If you can't wear them like me. So these started at $22. And I just wanted to show you different ways in which to do that. And these are heavy beads as well. That's another way I know they're quality, because they're heavy. So let me drop these things back behind me. And as long, and these are going to go down. I don't do recaps. It's too much work. And I just don't have a big enough audience to, if I had 300 people or more at my sale, I'd be selling everything like that. But I don't. I have my loyal followers, and I appreciate you so very much. So doing a recap is it's a waste of time, and therefore it's a waste of money. I go through and I take a lot of time explaining everything, and there's no point in doing it again. If you watch on the rewatch, you can hear it all over again. Are you talking about the hair comb, Kathy? I actually could wrap my hair up right now and stick it in. I used to wear small little combs like that. Oh, and remember the combs in the 70s where you did this and then pushed like that? Ooh, look, it just did with my hair. That's hilarious. Oh my God. Okay. This is the only household item I brought tonight. And I brought it because Valentine's is coming. So I'm like, you never know. It is probably from the 80s, possibly the 90s, but I'm very much get an 80s vibe off of it. Double heart, red ceramic box. What you see is what you get. Starts at $14. I like it. I've used it to display a lot of items for my sales. I love that it's double. It's not super heavy. Here's the bottom. I think this was probably made by a hobbyist is not the right person, but someone who bought molds and glazed it and sold this for a living to stores and at various sales and arts and crafts sales. There you go. And back in the day when we had lots of small businesses, you would walk in and ask the owner if they wanted to carry your stuff. And I say that based on the bumpiness of the back. So there you are. And here's the inside. And also see right there, there's some glaze bubble pops. So nice. It's about, a little over an inch deep. Here's the lid. And then it's hollow, so it's not too heavy. And it's beautiful for Valentine's Day. 2 hearts conjoined. You could definitely store your vintage jewelry in there. And, I don't bring stuff like this a lot. There you go. I can't use the clippies at all anymore, Kathy. My hair is too long and it hurts my hair. So it is about 7 inches long. It's a tad longer, but it's not worth counting. And 5 inches wide. So it's just a really sweet little piece. You know what I would do? I would break it. No. What I would do, I would actually cut out a picture of like my kids or my partner, and then maybe me, or a favorite place we go to, or me and my partner, or just me if I'm giving this to myself, and a favorite place I love to go to, and paste it on in the middle right here. Yep, that's what I would do. Okay, so I just thought I'd show that, because really this is the time of year when, this would sell more than anything. This would have cost probably $20 or so new. Ooh, you could buy this and fill it with candies. Yep, instead of a cardboard box, make homemade fudge and put it in here and give it to your bestie, to your son's teacher, whatever. There's a bazillion things. You all are imaginative. I know you could figure out something that you want to do with it. So just to show you, as long as I'm over here, because I talked about it earlier, and then I'm going back to some jewelry, and then I'll probably be done. These are the salt and peppers. Is that not so cool? Look at these. Oh my God. Look at all that abalone and the S&P. These are fantastic. These will be coming to a Monday soon. Okay. Let's see. I don't remember if I showed that. Does anyone, earrings are funny. Clip-on earrings and screw-back earrings are funny. People either love them and they totally see the vision and they collect them and they find ways to wear them, or they just don't like them. They're not as easy to sell as other things. If you are interested in screw-back earrings like those red ones I just showed, I have a pair that are copper with kind of like with check glass. I've only shown them once, I believe. And they are very much, to me, like right after the Art Deco or right before. And if you're interested, let me know and I'll show them to you. Okay, this is, I mostly bring middle to high-end vintage to antique jewelry and cool contemporary. But I also like that lot that I put together. Try to bring a few pieces that fit a lower budget and that still have some je ne sais quoi. All right. So this is one of those pieces. It's not a big deal, but it's nice. So here it is for your consideration. Starts at 14. Now, when I was purchasing this, and I have to take that off the screen because it hides everything. It is just a collar clasp. It's a clasp with a collar bib style with 1, 2, 3, 5 strands. Right? Yep. And when I was buying this seller, I think if I recall correctly, this reseller has been selling on eBay for a long time, but not YouTube. And when they showed this, I made the assumption that it was all glass. And they didn't describe it very well. And then I bought a few other pieces at the same time. And I got them all today. And the 2 other pieces are so crappy that they're either going in a big like jewelry jar for someone, or they're going to Goodwill because they were horrible. But this piece deserves some consideration. Okay, so what's going on here for $14 start? These right here are the cut crystal look in multiple colors, right? Beautiful. Beautiful. The colors are, I love it. They are plastic. They are not glass, but the colors are beautiful. This is what I like, the colors. So despite everything else, the colors are fantastic. This is also gorgeous. This strand, it's all plastics, but it's beautiful. And I do love plastics. I'm just concerned because she did not state that it was plastics, but it's really nice plastics. Now, this is also plastics, but look at the plastic. I mean, these are all vintage beads that, true to the 80s thing, they take stuff apart and repurpose it. So that's what was done here. Recognize, like this would be on the Japanese 1950s, right? Okay. Beautiful, beautiful colors. The whole thing is so colorful and it's so lightweight. And then you've got one more row. Look at the colors. I mean, they're beautiful and it's plastic. I love plastic. I just didn't realize that's what she was selling me. And then this, look at the colors. Again, this is all dyed pieces of abalone. And it's the colors that got me, y'all. The whole thing with all the colors. That's why I bought it. But of course, I also did think that just like this abalone pieces, these would have been glass. And I had no idea that these 3 strands right here were all plastic. But I forgive it because it's beautiful. At the end of the day, let me put it on Dolly. The whole thing is just brilliantly rainbow hued and is just some contemporary throw away, throw it on, really pretty piece of jewelry. So you could buy it and tear it apart for crafts, sure. But I would leave it like that and I would wear it. In fact of the matter is, I like plastics. I love abalone, even dyed abalone. And the colors are just screaming at me like, hello, hello, look at me. And so I could see if this does not sell, I could see me wearing it in the summer with my little white t-shirt dresses. 100%. $14 and it weighs nothing. It has a place to stand and stand up and say, I'm here and I'm pretty. And so that's why it did not go with the other two pieces immediate to like, what the heck is this? I think it's pretty. It deserves a place. So it's got one. It's got one with me. Let's undo it. Try and undo it. I got to go get my nails done. That's another problem. Okay. See, look. It's pretty. There's multiple colors, multiple variations, multiple things going on here. And I think, let's forget it. I don't like it up against the black. But if I was wearing a different colored t-shirt in the summer, I think it's perfect. Doesn't weigh anything, so it's not going to hurt my neck. I like it. I like it. It's the colors that just are like, yeah, baby. I bet the kids who go to house parties would love this. Right? Nowadays, don't kids, and I guess adults too, go to parties where you put on headphones and you're like listening to your own music and no one hears it except you, and everyone's like dancing to their own different music? Isn't that a thing? I don't understand that, because I went to like real nightclubs with like serious, the Rolling Stones, Ted Nugent, Led Zeppelin, punk rock, the Clash, so many bands, Guns N' Roses. I mean, like, I knew a lot of these people. So I can't imagine putting on headphones and I'm dancing to Stevie Nicks and you're dancing to Led Zeppelin and you're dancing to Johnny Cash, and it's so confusing to me. I don't know how that works, but apparently it does. Okay, so 14. Consider it, and consider it pretty quickly, because even though it is what it is, and I was disappointed with the reseller and won't purchase from them again, this very likely is going to wind up in my stash. So saying that, it's going over here right now. Okay. Noelle, do you want to see the check glass item that I have? Let me know. It's not cheap, but I like it, and I always think of you when I pick that stuff up. So I thought, well, Noelle is in here. Let's ask Noelle. Okay. I'll bring it in a second. Oh, God bless America. Who wants to be my mod? There's perks. There's perks if you're my mod at least Fridays or Mondays or something. I swear to God. Yeah, Kathy, I was thinking of Apple, but I mean, it's not the same as like, I don't know, ecstatic dance or something. Everyone is doing their own like dancing, man. Right? And I like it just because I move my body. But we're all doing it to the same music. So I don't know. Maybe I need to go to one, and then I'll be like, oh, I get it now. Because I don't get it. Maybe I should ask Apple. Apple, what is that like? Because, like, what if I'm dancing to the Clash or the Sex Pistols and the person right next to me is dancing to Johnny Cash? Are we connecting? I don't know. I just don't know. Forgive me. I danced all the time for decades. Not professional or anything, just because I love music and I love to dance. Music is what I relate to. Okay, this ring, I may have paid more than this. I think I probably did. But here it is. This is contemporary. That is an amethyst. Is that blue topaz? I think. It's a small size. I'll give you a size in a minute. I'm quite sure it's sterling silver because of where I bought it and because, yep, 925, and it's in there, the 925, and it may have a maker's name kind of in there. I'm unclear. It is, so it's sterling silver. There's the amethyst. Those are the blue topaz. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm losing money on this. If someone buys it right now. Here is the setting. Really nice. Look at that. And this, I do know what I'm talking about. It's so pretty. It fits on my pinky. This, I'm bringing it today. Oh, there you go. Yeah, well, yeah, all the warehouse parties I used to go to were in the middle of nowhere in just warehouse area that, like, nobody used anymore. And so people rented it out for, like, their house, their live space, and then threw huge parties. So no one was around. So we could party all night long inside these giant old stone warehouses off the railroad tracks. That kind of thing doesn't really happen anymore. That was the 80s. So back to this ring. This ring will not come back at a start of 35 because I'm realizing as I'm doing that's amethyst, blue topaz, sterling silver, and that's probably what I paid for it, possibly a little bit more. So it's, I mean, this is just right now, it's a bonus win-win for you. So if you want it, snap it up now or in the next couple days. It is a 6.5. This ring light, it either helps or completely blows everything out. It is a 6.5. So it's not small nor large. I have short, small hands. I'm only 5'3", and until I got pregnant with my daughter, I was only 110 pounds. So this ring back in the day would have fit like over on this finger. But ever since I had my daughter, same thing happened to my mom. One child, we gained a lot of weight, and then for whatever reason, our metabolic system, we never lost it. And so now I'm just Rubenesque, and that's okay. But this is a good size ring, a 6.5, $35 amethyst and blue topaz in a sterling silver setting. And like I say, it will come back at more next time I bring it, because I paid at least this much, if not a little bit more. So I'm like basically just turning around and giving it to you minus shipping, which is fine. That means you're getting a great deal right now. So jump on it, get the deal. I jump on stuff. I see other resellers selling stuff, for half of what I know I could get for it, and I do get for it, and I buy it. So why shouldn't you? Okay. Pre-raves. Oh, raves. Yeah, my daughter did the rave thing. I never understood the rave thing. Well, that's not true. I did understand it. What I didn't understand about raves was, and my daughter didn't do this, but I didn't understand like the ecstasy part of it. But I totally understood dancing all night long because I did it. I mean, and not everyone loves dancing. Not everyone loves loud music or concerts or whatever, but I certainly do. Oh, Noelle, you wanted to see the check glass. Because I'm winding down to almost ending, but Noelle wants to see this. And like I say, let me do a little preview. I'm probably going to do a short on this, but for whoever's here, I'm going to show it again. My Monday, sorry about my back end. My Monday is going to be like the Gilded Age Victorian themed household items. And I am going to bring this at least 100-year-old hand-tooled leather purse. Can't you just see the ladies with this on their arm in their huge bustle dresses with the layers and layers of chiffon and all that, walking down the street with this? Oh my gosh. It did have, some molding from sitting, in a box for a long, long time. That's what that is. But, it's over 100 years old. What do you want from this? And I have not tried to polish this in any way. I like to leave patina on, but it's probably was at the very least coated in silver. So this will be coming Monday. God, it's incredible. Look at that. If it fit all my needs right now, I would rock this now. And it'd definitely be a great collector's piece. It is gorgeous. Let me hang it back up. And it's history, right? It's a piece of history. And that's, to me, that's a lot about what vintage is and antique is history. Every time I pick these pieces up, there's a whole story. And then there's a whole imagination of, who owned that? Where were they? What were they doing? What did they look like? What was their dress like? I mean, it's a whole thing. So, okay. Back to the issue at hand. And I'll probably show 2 more pieces and be done after this. This starts at $60. These start at $60. Noelle. Sorry, but they do. I don't know why I'm apologizing for selling things at the price that they deserve to be sold at. But there you go. I am. They are huge. Let me get rid of the start now because it takes up my screen. I hope StreamYard doesn't keep doing that. They are these huge check glass clip-on earrings. And I mean, these are big. They are this beautiful white, incredible rhinestones. Look at the large center stones. The cut and the rainbow is just insane. Talk about quality. And the small one, same thing, the quality. And then, so they would probably go like this. I think that's backwards. Yeah. Then it just has this big piece of red check glass coming off the side. And then at the bottom, these little like droplets of red glass. They are, yeah. Now, here's that check glass puddling. It's once you know check glass and you've had quite a bit of it in your hand, you get to recognize the back. It has a very distinctive look, and that is it right there. These are probably, they're so large and ostentatious. That's a good word for the day. The word of the day, ostentatious. They are so ostentatious that I'm thinking 20s, right? I'm thinking flapper. I'm thinking, you go, girl, you know? Oh, Noelle, bless your heart. I was just showing you because I know you love it, not because I was saying you need to buy it. Hold up. I know it's check glass. I know from where I bought it from. But I just want to make sure I don't see something that, I just want to make sure that this doesn't have a maker or say something that's like weird and contradictory. No. It looks as if there's possibly like numbers in there or something. And maybe a maker. You'll have to see right there? That could just be the clip back, but Noelle, I would do a little bit. I would get a really good loop and do a deeper dive on these. Oh, thank you. Just because. And I don't see any, check glass is so good and the quality is so good. I don't see any issues with the foil backing, anything like that. And these are heavy, Noelle. They're heavy. So I'm going to say fair, maybe. Maybe I am. Fair warning, y'all. If anyone is interested in these at $60, the bidding is now in $5 increments after $50. So you would need to come in at $65 or higher. But now, see, I don't see that over on this clip at all. So I think I'm imagining things. One last time, I'll show everyone these. Check glass, I'm thinking 1920s because they're just so ostentatious. I gave a fair warning. You'd have to come in at 65 or higher. After 50, we do $5 increments. Last call. Okay, someone better have fast fingers or forever hold their peace. Sold to Noelle for $60. Thank you, Noelle. I am so happy. I am so happy that Kathy has shared your link because I really want to see your collections. You have amazing, amazing eyes. You gravitate right towards the same things that are like that higher end, eclectic, unique that I do. And, but within a certain kind of genre way. And I so appreciate it. I mean, I like that thing I held up for $14. That's totally contemporary and like, who cares? But I care. Thank you, Noelle. And I promise I won't show any more. I promise. I wasn't even going to show these tonight, but then I thought, well, I know that Noelle really loves this stuff and collects it. And if I'm finding a bag. If I do a sale and Noelle isn't here and someone else buys it, she'll be really upset with me. Oh, Lord, where's my good bags? Hold on. Almost done for the night, but these need to go in a bag. They were up on a shelf where they were safe, but now they need to get put away in a nice bag and then into a box. Cool. Good for you, Kathy. Yeah, inquiring minds want to know. We want to know. Okay, I will not show you any more checklists. I have one other item, but I'm still playing with it and coveting it. And so it's not ready to leave my hands yet. Don't worry, Noelle. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to everyone who's been here tonight, to everyone who's hung out, who's chatting, who's given me a thumbs up, who's subscribing, who's sharing out my channel, who enjoys my content. Thank you. You mean the world to me. And I mean that. You mean the world to me. It really, really makes a big difference. Being a full-time caregiver for 4 years, this is my time. This is me. This is self-care. And it is a business, and I do need it to make me money and help, and not help me, but be a living. And I'm trying to grow it in that way. But right now it's also just my breathe me time. So thank you. Thank you. Okay, y'all. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to just do 2 more items, 2 little small things. Again, I don't do recaps. So if anyone has just come in, you can go to your wheel and look back over what I brought and drop in the chat that you're interested. Or when you're watching on the replay, you have a couple days to inquire about items at my email right there. Okay? Thank you so much. Okay. These are just, I think these are from, I'm not really sure, to tell you the truth. I've gone back and forth on when I think these are from. And because the post is so long and based on all the other construction, I want to say 60s. I want to say 60s, but they could be the 80s, although I'm not sure why they would be the 1980s. They start at 14. Let me highlight that for a second, just so everyone knows and I remember later. They start at 14. Where is the other? Come on. There you go. These are really interesting. This, look at that. That gunmetal gray. Imagine in the sunlight if it's doing that in here with just an overhead light and a ring light. Imagine what would be going on in your ears. Now, I'm going to put one down. And hold on. These, and this is, it's glass. And these right here that are hanging down are also the same color, teeny tiny pieces of glass. And one more time, it's getting dark, so it's hard to see. And around the edge right here is also tiny bits of the same colored glass inset. They're all there. There is movement, which I like, and these do hang like this. Now, the reason why I'm conflicted about, are they from the 60s or are they possibly later? They remind me of wedding earrings, right? And the this cut with the amount of bling bling, shine shine is not something I'm used to seeing. Typically in jewelry composition in the 60s or even the 70s, which makes me wonder if, if they're newer. Are they perhaps East Indian wedding or special occasion? I don't know. But then here's that typical kind of 60s to 70s metal back. But see how it has the extra long post? They don't have any post backs, but those are like not a big deal. There is no maker. Okay. It could be, but this is glass. It's not marcasite, and it's like, it's a gunmetal gray, but oh, when I pull it back over here, the glass is blue. That's really interesting. The glass is blue, but then it has a foil. So, I don't know. They're gorgeous. These are really, I would wear these, except I can't. Look at that. They would match my eyes. A hazel color. They do hang like this. Now, why can I not wear these? Because they're too heavy for my older ears. But man, they're sexy. And the 80s are in right now. And like I said, I'm unclear when these were made. But man, talk about razzle dazzle. Razzle dazzle. That's what's going on here. Let me give you the dimensions and I will move on. You know what, Noelle? I'm just going to put in my 2 cents. They're an inch wide in their diagonal hanging, and then long with the little ball drops, 1.25 inches. Posting things, God, I love these. They really would match. Look at how perfect they go with what I'm wearing right now. That's a problem. They're too heavy. I can't keep them. They're too heavy. I can't. They're too heavy. No. Noelle, I understand what you're saying. And, I kind of had those feelings when I started selling live in front of the whole universe, the whole world on YouTube. I was like, well, good grief. I have like teeth that are discolored. This one is getting fixed soon. It's a very old, it was root canal at 14, and the white has just finally worn off. So it needs to be redone. And then this one, I don't know why it's discolored. There's nothing wrong with it, but whatever. But I used to think everyone's going to look at me. This is terrible. And, no one wants to die. And I'm crappy at this. And I'm not good technologically. And And then I just was like talking to myself, shut up. Just do it. Nobody cares. It'll be all right. You'll make some failures. It won't be perfect, but you'll learn and you enjoy what you're doing. So just do it. And that's what I did. And that's what I want to say to you. Just do it. Just do it. Keep doing it. And you know what? It'll push you to get better. Yep. Okay, let me see a last item. I have stuff, but I always have so much stuff, right? You should see the box I have of how much I've shown in the last 2 weeks, and it's going to all have to come out again because it didn't sell, and I've got money invested in it. So it's all going to come out. Maybe I do. What do you guys think? Should I do put things in lots, where I pre-match it, or just sell it individually? Suggestions. I'm open to suggestions. Let's end on this note. This is a really good note to end on. Seriously, suggestions. Should I take pieces, not like the higher end, whatever, but some other pieces? Should I take them and put them together in lots like I did with that necklace and the bracelets? Should I just lower the price where I'm only making $2 an item? Because it's not like it's crap. It's all really good. It's just that I don't have a big enough audience. So what do you guys think? Tell me, please. I value your opinion. Okay. Doesn't say Renoir, but it is classic 1930s, early 1950s copper Renoir style. I don't say Matisse anymore because Matisse always also had the colors and all of that, whereas Renoir was just playing with copper and the kind of modernist kind of flow and also some brutalist. It was a mixed bag. So this is a brooch, copper, with the acid wash to make the two middle parts pop, like two boomerangs or, 2/3 full moons. It's very, right before MCM, that whole modernist kind of play with it after the brutalist movement. It is in this dish. You can see the pieces are raised. It is a good size. Like I said, I had a huge collection of this. This was one of my, and still is, one of my most favorite types of jewelry. But I think I only have about 6 pieces left. Here is the back. Now I say 30s, but the pin back just barely goes through. But this was not made in the 60s. So I have a theory about that. Here is that more classic, I've talked about this a lot, beginning pin back style, where it's just more clunky and there's more to it. It's not as old as some of the ones I've shown, but it's different. I believe that, let me show you the pin. I believe that someone filed this down. That was not uncommon, where people, the pin back was just so long and so sharp that people filed it down to not get poked. And there it is. I'm correct. You see how sharp it is? That point? Someone filed it down because it's definitely late 30s, early 50s. And that whole, and I don't know, and I used to know, and I need to look it up again. If there are or were a lot of unsigned Renoir pieces, but I don't think so. I just think there were copycats. And it started at 24. Oh. This reminds you of that, Kathy. That is a very interesting connection, and I actually know who that is. I took art history in college, and I didn't think I'd enjoy it that much, and I wound up really enjoying it. I surprised myself. I'm a pretty diverse person. The amount of things I know about different topics always surprises me, the things that come up in my brain as I go along in life. It's almost 1.5 inches wide. Yeah, very cubist. Yes, so very cubist. So the copper stuff back then, the modernist movement, I think, and I don't know this for a fact. Do you know, Kathy? I think there was a lot of play between the art and the jewelry with the cubists, and then of course the brutalist movement reminds me of, oh good Lord, Frida Kahlo's crazy husband. Come on, y'all. Diego Ramirez? No, Diego who? What am I thinking of? Help me out. Anyway, he was in his artwork, and his murals he did, Power to the People, very kind of brutalist in a way in his works. Diego Rivera, right? Rivera. And Frida. I'm going to be ending. That's the last piece I'm showing tonight. But I got to say, I would give anything to look like Frida Kahlo and to live in the house she lived in. The 2-story with the way she decorated, and the way she decorated her hair in her native manner with the ribbons and the artwork and the way she envisioned and saw things, her art, and then how they had that 2 stories high metal catwalk to go over to each other's house, but they lived in separate houses. Everything about her story, except her tragic accident, which ultimately killed her because of the pain and the drug and alcohol abuse, just Man alive, what a human. Wow, what a woman. Oh, wow. Talk about claiming her space back then. I went off on a tangent, sorry. Yeah, but she rocked that unibrow. Noelle, I mean, she looked fantastic in her unibrow. I don't know how I would look like that. I mean, she just owned it with no apologies. Just amazing. Just amazing. Okay. So, thank you everyone for and now Kathy, you've got me wanting to get some coffee table books, over at the used bookstore and look at paintings again, or go over to I've got great museums over in San Francisco, for crying out loud. I need to, go take the BART and then an Uber and go to the Legionnaire museums and that just all that stuff. We have, I forgot, the MoMA, San Francisco, whatever, I don't know, always having exhibitions. And I don't take advantage of it, which is just dumb. I need to. So thank you to everyone who came tonight. Thank you to everyone for looking. There's a lot left to sell. I didn't sell very much. It happens. I will probably sell some stuff later via email. That happens. If you like what I do and you like how, I play with Friday nights, if you like how I'm playing with Mondays, putting together themes, and you think that I deserve more followers, tell your friends, tell them to come check me out. Help me create and grow my small business because sooner than later, I'm going to need the income and I'm going to be on a lot. Yeah. And good thing I enjoy it. And good thing I enjoy all of you. Thank you. Everyone have a great weekend and I will see you on Monday. Bye.